date a bus driver?
You. Would you date
If he
him?
owns the bus. If he owns it. If he owns the bus.
See, that's a problem.
Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. This whole ordeal sounds like a Tyler Perry movie written while the writers are on strike, which basically is a Tyler Perry movie. What is going on, y'all? We have to talk about this Eboni K. Williams debacle with Iyanla Vanzant. Girl, this has been going on for a week now. Folks have been like arguing. It's been a big commotion online. I honestly didn't even know who Eboni K. Williams was until this even came out. Like, of course I've seen her, but I don't watch, you know, the stuff that she's been on. Not taking anything away from her, but the way folks have been chewing into her the last week, just like reprimanding her for not dating a bus driver, not interested in dating a bus driver, and the way she was talking about it or whatever, and the interview she gave, it just started commotion. A lot of folks just started just sounding off and going off, and I have so many thoughts. Honestly, I felt like, you know, watching this, it is a reminder of how quick folks are to reprimand like black women. Like, so quick. Like, you need to date a bus driver. What's wrong with a bus driver? He's a good man, Savannah. You need to be finding somebody who is good, and you don't need to be worried about money. But it's like the opposite does not happen when it is black men. Black men don't even have to say that they wouldn't date or whatever. They don't even have to say their preferences, because it's oftentimes understood. It's understood because we see it in the media, we see it in the music videos, we see it on, we see it on the basketball courts, we see it on reality TV, we see it on Love is Blind. We're reminded black men who do have a certain amount of money or wealth or income or whatever do not date black women, for that matter. They don't even date regular whatever, working class black women, let alone black women. They're not even dating black women. So it's just so funny watching this, because Eboni K. Williams, honestly, to me, she did not say anything that is unheard of, because it happens. Like, to be honest, Eboni K. Williams is not going to be in a situation where she's meeting a bus driver. She's a lawyer, she's been on reality TV. It's just not going to really happen. And I think folks are, you know, feeling some type of way about it, but that is what happens when we talk about class, we talk about socioeconomic status and all the other stuff. It's very unlikely for Eboni K. Williams to even be in situations where she is next to a bus driver. That's the real conversation. And what's funny about this is that we'll watch TV shows, we'll watch things reminding us about money all of the time, and then we'd be surprised when someone has money say, hey, I would not date somebody who makes less than me. But it only really matters when it's a black woman, because it's easy to berate or beat down on this black woman. It's easy to you need to be thankful, da 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 da. But unfortunately, it is hard for black women to find black men who are in the same, you know, eras in late life. It's hard for black women to find black men who are making the same amount of money. Black women are outpacing black men when it comes to education, when it comes to income. They are out here doing their thing. And a lot of black women actually do date men who make less than them. I hear it all the time. And what I am hearing when black women do date men who make less than or whatever, these men be severely insecure. They cannot grasp, they don't feel empowered, they don't feel like they are the quote unquote leader or the whatever, because they are not the breadwinners. And if we go back and look at history and pay attention to the things, oftentimes black women were staying in relationships. A lot of our ancestors, our grandparents and stuff, stayed in relationships with men that they were unhappy with, who cheated and did all of these things, and were abusive, but they stayed in the relationship because the man was the breadwinner. He provided